So it's finally time to talk about this. Because it caused quite a bit of controversy as it did the last time they did this. And the thing I am talking about, of course, is in Tita.
Oh my.
Sophorus wasn't kidding. $199.99.
Wow.
And 99 cents. Sophorus.
Interesting.
Thank you so much. Y'all have raised $1,000 towards my $10,000 goal of paying off my neck surgery. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
Much. Thank you so much.
And that pleases my OCD.
I
don't have to look at that .01 and I'm like, you bother me. You bother me.
That's funny. All right, back on track here. Thank you, Sophorus. Thank you so much, dude. Holy shit. Okay, so check this action out. And Naz, your opinion actually can wrap into this because you're an FF14 player. Okay.
Okay.
She says that, but it actually does wrap into it. So some controversy has popped up with the with what they have released, and that is this right here, the Sprite Darter's wings. And I'm gonna get y'all's thoughts a little bit here after I give mine here. So basically, what this is, they did this before. It's first of all, it's one of the first times that they've actually tried to push this kind of thing right here. They've done transmog. Well, no, I take that back. No, this is actually the first time they've actually done. I thought they did a different one. I could be wrong.
The only other transmog they've done anything kind of similar like this is the BF or the Shadowlands Epic edition, because you can get a quest to get the transmog from the Eternal Traveler.
Yeah, but this is one of the first times they've done like this with a transmog, and that's 6 months. If you pay for basically 6 months, they had the helmets they retired, yes. But as far as this is concerned, 6 months. If you pay basically for 6 months of World of Warcraft sub, which rounds out to about $77.94, you get these Sprite Darter's wings. This transmog set right here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say, personally and appearance-wise, you know, it looks fine to me. Like, I personally don't really care, just because this wouldn't really look good on any of my characters and whatnot. Some people have said they absolutely love it, and then there are people that absolutely detest stuff like this. And to the first half of that point is this. There are some people that do not like, not so much the services, but stuff like this. Buying mounts from a shop. Some people absolutely do not like this, and they see it as just getting an extra money kind of thing, but they mostly hate it because they don't like how certain mounts look so unique, and in the actual game itself, the mounts aren't that unique looking. The last time they did this 6-month thing was with this mount right here, the Dreadwake, which is a flying boat mount that for some reason that doesn't float on water because, holy shit, you know. Some people do not like this. Some people love this and don't care. Now, here's where I can understand where people hate this and why it is deceptive, okay? Here's why people don't like this as a deceptive thing. $77 for this and 94 cents for this transmog for 6 months of WoW time, and you get this thing, okay? And they're advertising it like that very heavily. Extremely hard advertisement on that. But what they don't advertise is the fact that in the transmog section itself, it's $20. Now, on the part where I can understand where people don't like this, one, yeah, that's kind of deceptive. A little bit. Now, WoW is, what, $14.99 a month? $14.99 a month?
$14.99 a month.
$14.99 a month. If we're doing the math here, $14.99, I got my calculator right here, times 6, equals about, what it shows right there, $89.94. So you're basically just paying for the sub, and they throw this $20 transmog at you basically for free with that, for that price. money-wise, it's not like, oh, what a fantastic deal, because here's kind of the truth of the matter. And here's where I kind of swing into where it does it. I really don't think it's that big a deal because Final Fantasy XIV does stuff like this as well. However, not many of the transmogs, if I remember it correctly, and Naz helped me remember this, many of the transmog stuff or glamour stuff that you find on the FF14 Mog Station, not many of them are swinging at that price, which is $20. Am I right or am I wrong there?
There's a handful of them, but they're more like it's 18. I think is the
18.
max for a glamour item. But they used to do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually done. They did one campaign, which was if you paid for 3 months, and mind you, it could have been during those 3 months you paid for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the bike submarine mount.
Mm-hmm.
And alternatively, the veteran rewards used to be like this.
Yes, the veteran rewards were like that, where for those that aren't 14 players, the veteran rewards basically were however many days you have been subscribed to FF14, you got these really cool veteran rewards, and all of them were glamour or transmogrification items based off of characters from Final Fantasy, the previous games, like Cloud, Zidane, Furion from Final Fantasy 2, stuff like that, Squall. Yeah. So stuff like that, which, for just subscribing and still playing the game, that's actually a kind of a cool incentive right there. Because if you're playing Final Fantasy 9 times out of 10, you know who these costumes belong to which character. And that's kind of a cool incentive and a nice little thank you from there. So FF14 is not guilty or not innocent of it, I will say. Some people like I said, because some people absolutely hate this stuff right here. They absolutely hate this. I think the biggest part because personally, like I said, I don't really care. Because for one, I'm not paying that price up front, just because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, it is cheaper in the long run, but at the same time, I'm not paying this price up front. The only game I did that for, or would do that for, would be 14. But whatever, I only pay $12.99 for that, just because or whatever. I don't know how much I pay. I lost track, but I might pay 14 just because I play that one a little tad more. But anywho, some people don't like this. Really, I think the biggest thing with this is how they're advertising it. I think this is one of the big things people don't like is how they're advertising it, and I can see where they're coming from by pushing the $77 price tag instead of showing, or you can just get it for $20. That is a little deceptive for it being one of their first big transmog things, because aesthetically speaking, yeah, it's a pretty cool transmog. People also don't like the fact that there's something spiffy, unique like this in the shop that's not in the game, because to FF14's credit, and I do have to give FF14 credit on this, yeah, there are spiffy looking things in the Mog Station, but there are also just as equally, if not more spiffy looking things that can be found in-game. And a lot of that to 14's credit, and as Tito and Lindsay, y'all might agree with me on this, a lot of that to 14's credit is the fact that the customization options with armor setup and character appearance are a lot more in-depth in 14 than World of Warcraft, unfortunately. Tito, thoughts?
The whole thing, I'm like you. I don't like that it's behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it was within the game, but, say it's in-game. It's, end BFA gear or start Shadowlands gear. Not everybody is there. A lot of people are, but a lot of people aren't as well. I personally don't like it, but then again, at the same time, I have bought stuff from the store because I was like, oh, cool, this is a cool thing. Can I get this in-game? No. Well, damn it. If I like it enough, I'm going to get it. Like the mechanical dragon that is on the store right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mechanical dragon, but then again, I like mechanical things. I grabbed that as soon as I could because I was like, I know there's not a mechanical dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
yeah, and I'm guilty of it too. I mean, gosh, years and years and years ago, I bought the Warforged Nightmare.
Yep,
I mean, I'm guilty of it too.
I bought a lot of stuff from the store, so I am guilty. I bought pets, I bought mounts. Now, some of them that I have bought, I was told at the time that they were going away. Like the first one they did, the Celestial Steed. I was told that was a limited time thing. And I was like, oh, and anybody who knows me more than 5 minutes know I am the biggest whore for limited time collector's edition stuff. And you laugh, it's true. I'm not even. I don't even. I don't deny it.
We know.
But
we know.
But if it, for me, looking at that armor, that transmog, I wouldn't even get it if it was free. But that's my personal opinion. Now, Lindsay, she might think it's the cutest thing in the world.
I think 6 months is a bit excessive, in my opinion, for that. Like, I could understand if it was like maybe a 2 or 3 month kind of thing. Okay, but because maybe that would offset it a bit much, as just being a little bit overpriced thing. That is just.
But like you said, Judy, that they don't advertise like, oh, you don't want to pay 6 months for it? Well, hey, you could buy it for $20 over here on this part. That is shady.
It is.
You're not going to know about it unless somebody tells you.
Oh, wait, so it's available 2 ways?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. Like, if you see me click down here where it says Transmog, boom, there it is for $20 right there. But
okay, yeah. See, if they did that after like the 6 month promo, I could see that. Okay, as in it's an item that's been done before. Here we're gonna bring it back. Here's your chance to get it now. But doing it the same way, I mean, unless you're gonna literally be playing this game for 6 straight months as an active user, I can see the discount being worth it. Hell, I pay 14 6 months at a time.
Well, that's because you play 14 so damn much, because also, the game gives you that much joy.
Well, that, and I don't know usually where I'm going to be in 6 months. So for me, always being able to log in is great. And after doing it for 6 years, I'm going to pay for 6 months at a time.
Yeah.
But
for those who can't make that commitment,
that's a bit.
Lindsay, your thoughts?
I think it's too little for so much. Like, if you go on YouTube right now, they don't advertise the 6 months thing. They advertise the MOG.
That's true.
And it just doesn't say that it's available. Personally, I don't care about this. I do not want to spend $20 at least for a Murloc fairy.
I mean, Murloc fairy. She's kind of right. I mean, like, it's very druid-ish in its appearance, so like a lot of druid players, really like this and whatnot. Me personally, $77 for a transmog, being the big feature thing, I'm like, But continue, Lindsay, if you have any other thoughts.
Well, $77 just. You can add more than a transmog. Like, give me maybe 2, give me a mount, give me a pet.
Well, here's the thing.
Look at the collector's editions. I spent $80 on the pre-order or whatever it was. What I got.
That is very true. Lindsay does bring up a good point. If you look down here, it won't show it on game upgrades because because you've upgraded to the highest version. But yeah, you could actually pay about the same price right here for the 6 months of WoW as the collector's edition of Shadowlands, and you got way more. You got mount, you got transmog, there was a pet. There was a lot that they threw in there. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Go ahead, Tito.
Oh, on top of what she was saying, like, give me more than just a transmog. I was like, okay, it's a Fey Dragon transmog, or it's a Sprite Darter. Well, in the mount tab on page 2, there's the enchanted Fey Dragon. Throw that in there with it. And I know for a fact that there are fairy dragon pets in this game.
Yeah.
Make one that, has a different color scheme and throw it into the pet mod.
Yeah.
I could see people doing that then, paying the $70 to get the mount, the transmog, and the pet.
Yeah.
Because with Shadowlands coming up, one of the zones, the Ardenweald, it's very heavily druidic. Fade dragons are more likely going to be there. I could see people wanting to go do Ardenweald and look the part.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what I think would have been a better thing if they were going to go with this price just for advertising the transmog with this price? I think what would have been cool, even though some people do not like buying transmogs, and if that's fine, you know. But if it were me, if it were up to me, with this price tag and what it would have been a really cool way to also throw in an advertisement for Shadowlands, tying in with the Covenant stuff, I would have made, you know, I would go with like, how about 4 different transmogs to tie in with, you know, the 4 different Covenants, one for Bastion, one for Rivendreth, you know, stuff like that, you know, and one for the Phalanx and everything else. That, in my opinion, 4 unique-looking transmogs and whatnot, that would have been, for this price, I think, a better bang for your buck right there, because if you think about this, 4 transmogs, if they want to stick with the $20 price tag, 4 transmogs times 2, that's $80 right there. Boom, $77.94. You get 6 months of WoW, and you get these 4 transmogs that are $20 each. From a money standpoint, to me, that sounds like a better deal. But here's the big kicker for me, and what I'm going to close with. Here's the big kicker for me. There are way better looking transmogs in the game than this. I honestly, because honestly, what this looks like to me is they took a lot of the Nightborn stuff, slapped some Sprite dragon wings on the back, and stuck 2 feathers on the top. I mean,
but KB, you got to remember, I don't want to go farm transmog. What I want might not drop, and then I have to wait another week.
There are those people. There are those people. So, in closing, for me, I personally don't care because the transmog doesn't do anything for me personally. But at the same time, the biggest takeaway for me is I see where people are understanding of, man, that's kind of deceptive of $77 for this and this, or it's just $20 down there. That does feel a little deceptive to me. Lindsay, closing thoughts.
Well, I just think I'm also reading the comments on YouTube of the video. One says, seriously, how about you give this to those who pre-ordered your delayed expansion rather than squeezing us for more money? I'm like,
That's a good point. That's a good point. That honestly, yeah, hey, you know, we know our thing got delayed. Here's this really awesome transmog.
Awesome, quote unquote.
Tito, closing thoughts.
Like what you said, bro. $70 for 6 months of WoW, and then a quote unquote free transmog. Give us one for each Covenant. And, you know, just don't advertise it where it's only going to be able to, you can only get it via the 6 months. Make sure that you know, it's like, oh, if you can't commit to this, you can still buy this for $20 on the store as well. And like what Lindsay said, offer it as an apology. It's like, oh, hey, Shadowlands got delayed because, you know, COVID and things didn't work, and the game didn't work.
Yeah.
Have this as an apology. I'd never use it. But it'd be like, okay,
a nice gesture.
Blizzard, it's a nice gesture, and Blizzard is like, hey, we're sorry this is taking so long. Here, have this on us.
There you go. I mean, yeah, all good points. Overall, look, I love this game, but the company making some of these decisions, it's like it's 2020. And people see what you're trying to do, and it's like, dude, do you honestly think you can hide that from us? If you like it, I mean, that's your business. I'm impartial to it because I don't pay for my sub like this just because I choose not to. Even though in the long run it might be cheaper, I just don't like forking over it that much because you just never know where you're going to be and whatnot, and if you play it or not. Some people prefer that way, some people don't. But I could see how people don't like it. I could see how people don't give a shit, you know. I could see how people could see it both ways. Honestly, though, at the end of the day, for me personally, yeah, look at this neat little spiffy thing right here. Oh my gosh, it's $20 right there, guys. Just saying, you know.
Yeah.
Just saying.